Great Pretender is an anime with a dynamic never before seen, and with a plot that explores a lot of things that other animes just don't explore. It is that type of show that can really be called unique, because you don't see shows like that in anywhere else. The story centered about Edamura, the best scammer of Japan. Thanks to some complications, Edamura lives a life of crime since a very young age, and he turned into a great con artist. His whole life was basically about doing little scams, like pickpocketing people in streets. But this will change. Although being a great con artist, Edamura chose the wrong target, and this will basically screw up his whole life. It was a beautiful Sunday when our protagonist tried to isekai Laurent, which for him looked like a normal person, but he was very wrong. It so happens that Laurent himself is a con artist, and it so happens that he is better than Edamura. And even a con artist has his own pride, everyone has its pride. So our main character didn't accept that Laurent was better than him, so he challenged him. It just looked like Laurent had already planned that, and he easily accepted the challenge. They started working together to scam a mafia boss. And I say together, because it isn't really together. Right from the start, Laurent and his friends told him that everyone is on their own. They are indeed working together to scam a person. But if by any means something went wrong, everyone is on their own. And this is one of the unique dynamics that I was talking before. Why, you ask me? Simple. This basically means that everyone do whatever the fuck they want. And the others, if they want, will just help him. What usually happens is that one person plans one thing, and that person tries to persuade the others to act accordingly to the way that he wants them to act too. But most of the cases, the other people end up doing other shit, and then the person that had planned everything needs to step out and help them. He doesn't need to, but he wants to, because although they say that everyone is on their own, they are kind of a friend. The only problem is that our main character isn't a lucky guy. Although he's being the so-called best con artist of Japan, it seems like Laurent and his friends are the best con artists of the world. There are a lot of times when Edamura decided to give up and just live a normal life. And just when he thought that he was doing something for his own, something that no one expected him to do so, Laurent had everything planned all along. And Edamura is just acting the way that Laurent wanted him to act, which is really crazy. This anime is one of the animes that has more plot twists. Talking serious, there were a lot of times when I thought that one thing was happening, and it was the completely opposite. This anime fooled me so many times that it is really embarrassing to say. I will try to give you the least amount of spoilers possible, but there is one plot twist that I want to talk about, and that one is that there is a best girl in this anime, and she is called Evie. This girl basically has a complicated past that I won't talk about it, and she has a really tough personality, but deep down in her heart, she kinda likes Edamura, maybe not in a lover's way, but at least in a friend way, and she wants to help Edamura in the way she can. At least that's what I believe that she feels deep down in her heart, because what we usually see in the anime are scenes like this one. Very rude, I know. As you can see, Great Pretender also has his own unique style that is somewhat beautiful. And when talking about animation, you have nothing to fear of, because Great Pretender was made by which studio? That was same studio that made first seasons of Attack on Titan, so you can be sure that the animation will be top tier. Although you will notice that there aren't very action scenes. I would say that the anime is not calm, but there are a lot of talks. But when indeed there are action scenes, and there are quite a lot actually, it is really well animated with fluent movements and all. As series go on, the team will start growing, and more people will come abroad and work together to scam even more powerful and rich people. Needless to say, but also every scam gets better and better. To scam more important people, the plans also get bigger. And I have to say that by the end, they do some pretty crazy stuff. The author of this story really have a great creativity, because the plans that he thinks of are just insane. As the anime go on, every character will be developed, and you will get to know more of everyone that is there. Apparently everyone has a tough story, but they are also presented to you in a very interesting way, so I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy it. Talking a little bit about comedy of this show, it is basically great. I don't even have words to describe it. I laughed a lot watching this anime, and I'm pretty sure that you will laugh a lot too. Being that every character is unique, when they are all together, it makes a lot of fun interactions. Edamura, our protagonist, is your typical good person. Although being a con artist, he is kind-hearted and he feels bad for the people that he scams. Which, now that I'm thinking about, is kinda weird to say, but I guess that's what it is. As series go on, he will have somewhat of a character development, but if I'm being honest, it isn't that much. And I almost forgot, but although being a con artist, he's kinda dumb. Not that he's dumb, he's probably smarter than me, but he wanders around with a lot of smart people, so he just seems dumb to me. I mean, just a dumb person to find another dumb one, right? And if you didn't notice, that's why I'm saying that people like Laurent are smart. Because I'm also smart. Talking about him, as every character on this show, he also has a tough past, but you will not see much about it until the end of the series. But honestly, don't worry, Great Pretender has 23 episodes, but they just pass flying by and you will not even notice. If you really are invested in it, you probably can see this whole anime in a day. You just need to not eat neither sleep. It's easy for an anime fan, right? We all know that when it comes to watching anime, weebs can just activate their special power that allows them to stay alive and watch the anime no matter what happens around them. The whole world could be destroyed. If a weeb didn't watch that one last episode of a romance anime, he will find a way to watch it, no matter what. Because he truly needs to watch that fireworks scene that happens at the end of every rom-com anime. Because it is just unexpected. Back to Great Pretender. If you are a guy that likes more mature women, you also have Cynthia, that is a perfect cosplayer. Forget the girl from My Dress Up Darling. This girl is just better than she. She can cosplay anything and it looks natural. And she obviously usually uses this to scam people. There are also a lot of other characters in the show, and they all have their own unique personality, but they aren't really that important to the plot, so I will not talk about them. To wrap things up, if you want to watch an anime about a lot of smart people doing a lot of smart things while inventing all sorts of schemes just to scam other people and also have a great laugh while watching all this, then Great Pretender is definitely for you.